Happy Monday, everyone. Let's start with the question we love to ask each and every Monday right here at Shop Talk. How do men and women like us who work hard at their jobs, are always kind to their coworkers, and are always willing to go the extra mile, continue to find joy in their work, get recognized for their contribution, and start each and every Monday with more passion and purpose? Well, that is the question, and this show will give you the answers. I'm Dr. Dawn, and welcome to the Monday Huddle. Now, if you're a first-time viewer, I'm the CEO and founder of Dr. Dawn's Shop Talk. And as we like to say here at Shop Talk, let's talk shop, shall we? In other words, let's talk about all those issues we know can affect our success. And as a productivity coach, you guys, I'm so excited about that issue. I've created a powerful 4-step process to help you increase your productivity, your possibility, and potential. So be sure to check out our Taking Charge signature series on our website and book your free consultation today. That way you and I can get started right away in making sure you're taking charge of your life right now. All right, you guys, let's get to it. Let's get to today's Monday Huddle. Now, if you are a first-time viewer, you may not know we're a little obsessed with the Monday here at Shop Talk, and that's because we believe that if you change your attitude about your Monday, it's going to affect your entire week. You change your Monday, you can change your life. So be sure to be part of our Monday Revolution and join us each and every Monday for these tips and techniques that I share with you so that you can be sure to have a fantastic week ahead. Okay, you guys, in today's episode, we're continuing our series on breaking the chains of fear. In fact, we premiered that just last week in an episode I called Look Fear in the Face and Stare It Down. So if you missed that episode, be sure to check that out because you kind of want to start with that. And then we're just building upon that concept of all these different ways that we can break the chains of fear that may be holding us back from reaching our true potential. Today's episode is all about the power of imagining the worst case scenario and all the advantages that that can actually bring. Okay, so what happens is oftentimes people literally will stop themselves in their tracks from moving forward and facing their fear because of the simple fact that oftentimes the imagined anxiety is actually a lot worse than the reality of that. So in today's episode, I'm going to use the example of public speaking, right? We know public speaking is a big fear. Now, let's say that you are really interested in upskilling yourself in the workplace, okay? That's what Shop Talk is all about, right? Is we're helping you be your best self at work and at home. Well, if I was your personal career coach, I would let you know that maybe public speaking could help you in strategizing for that next job opportunity or a promotion. So let's say that you're at work and you realize that the next way to actually get a promotion is if you were willing to do a little public speaking, okay? Now, why might that be the case? It's because oftentimes those higher ranking positions would basically expect that you could cultivate relationships, maybe explain the company's vision and mission. And many times the way to do that is to go out there and meet people and promote your agency's work. Well, sometimes that can include actually doing a formal presentation, maybe on stage or something, but many times it could be a virtual meeting. Or if you are meeting in person, maybe just speaking up in a meeting and being prepared to answer those questions. Well, here's the thing. Public speaking is a great example, I think, to use in today's episode because it is such a common fear. And in fact, do you know that the experts say that public speaking, the fear of that, is actually the number one fear out there, and death is a close second. Can you imagine? All right. So let's say you know that typically you just get so nervous and like you're sitting here going, there's no way I could do any public speaking. Or there's no way I could speak up at that meeting with all the bigwigs there, like you would get too nervous. Well, here's the thing. Your imagined fear is probably really worse than actually the reality of it. Okay. So, for example, in the almost 30 years I've been in the workforce, you guys, I've had to do a lot of public speaking. In fact, it's one of my favorite programs in Shop Talk. I have a program called Public Speaking Powwow, and I coach my clients on all of my favorite insider secrets on how to feel more comfortable on stage. And there's a bunch of them that I use so that I not only do well at public speaking, but I actually enjoy it and have fun. If you don't think it's possible, I promise you, it is possible, okay? So here's one of the techniques I love to do. All right, one of the things I do is I make sure that I presume going in that the technology is going to fail, okay? So imagine yourself in a formal presentation. You're up there on stage, nothing goes right, everything just goes wrong. If you go in with the presumption that the technology is not going to work at all, then you're going to go in prepared. You're going to know that presentation frontwards and backwards. You're going to print off some notes. I always advise my clients to print off their presentation, but to make sure you don't read from it, right? You want to just be able to speak from the heart. So whenever I'm doing a formal presentation, I do just that, you guys. I presume none of the technology is going to work, and then I make sure that I kind of laugh it off. So for example, one time I was making a presentation on stage in front of thousands of people, you guys, nothing went right. The poor IT people were there just trying to help me, okay? And I just went in again, knowing that that was a real possibility. Well, at one point, the microphone actually was knocked off the stand. The reverberation and the sound was awful in this auditorium. I literally went up there when they got the microphone working again. I literally said to the audience, well, I always did believe in making a grand entrance. Okay, so saying stuff like that, or saying something like, has anyone ever hated their computer more than I do right now? Okay, things like that make your audience feel more comfortable. And if you don't know this, guys, let me share this insider tip with you, okay? People feed off your energy, whether you're applying for a job and you're in an interview, or whether you are making a presentation for the first time in front of a group. They just feed off of it, right? So if you get so nervous and let that tension build, you're going to make them so nervous. If you laugh it off and just have fun with it, you guys, again, you're going to do great. They're going to relax, and you're just going to have a wonderful, wonderful time. Also, you guys, in the almost 30 years, like I've said, that I've been in the workforce, I've done a lot of public speaking. I mentioned that. I've never, ever seen an audience be outright rude. What happens is in your imagined stress, it's kind of like one of those stress dreams where, you're on stage and nothing goes right and people are laughing at you. The audience is pointing at you and making fun of you. You guys, again, in all the years I've been in the workforce, I've never seen that happen. People really do try to be kind. So again, if you imagine the worst case scenario and realize that in real life, it's about 100 times better than your imagined anxiety, you're going to just be able to let that go. You're going to be able to have fun with it. It could be something, like I said, as stressful as public speaking, or it could be something else that stresses you out. Either way, I want to leave you with this one thought. Just keep in mind, as we mentioned, your imagined fear is rarely as bad as what the reality actually is. And instead, replace that anxiety and fear with this idea. And the idea is that you've got this. No matter what life throws your way, you've got this. And if you really let that resonate with you, then what will happen is that this power of imagining the worst case scenario is actually going to help you power through anything that life will throw your way. All right, you guys, that takes care of today's episode. Don't forget to show us some love on social media. We absolutely love it when you do that. In addition to broadcasting live on YouTube and on Facebook, Dr. Dawn Shop Talk is on LinkedIn, Instagram, and on Twitter. Don't forget to join us same time, same place for your next episode of the Monday Huddle. You guys, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Monday and a terrific rest of your week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.